streets of the state? Are we in the streets of the national capital? Hell yeah! So, when I say out of the closet, what are we?
In the streets!
Out of the closet!
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 In the streets!
I think they were both
In the streets! 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 In the streets!
Out of the closet!
For sure.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you bet. I did one stream that was basically all of the speakers all the way through, and then I just started a new one for the march.
Awesome.
Do you want to talk about why you're out here while I'm live?
Oh, you're live right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, I am.
Hi, my name is the mic getting it?
Yeah. No,
my name is Bree Taylor. I'm the founder and executive director of Transgender Unity Coalition. We were at 9 different state capitals on January 30th having transgender unity rallies for our community at a time when it's really needed, and taking that energy and bringing it to the U.S. Capitol to show how important our community is, the rights that are being taken away and will continue to be taken away if action is not taken. To look out for the children who are transgender, non-binary, that the government denies existence of, the military veterans, those who have served, those in our community, our allies, being erased one little step at a time.
Can you expand on that theme of it kind of mattering at both the state and the federal level, organizing kind of at all levels?
It matters at all levels, national, state, local, hyper-local, the individual too. We are the people, and we all matter, because we are all proud Americans, and we ultimately do not want to be scapegoated, because we understand that the new administration is incredibly incompetent. But to use us as a political victory makes them look like they're doing the right thing when it is inhumane, unjust, unconscionable. And I feel honored that those who came out here, hundreds of people came out to show that their lives matter, the lives of their siblings, their parents, their children, their neighbors, their doctors, their leaders. We all matter.
What would be your message to President Trump as you're heading toward the White House?
What's the point of giving that guy a message? I say the message to the people: listen to us. We are not how they make us out to be. I may be nobody special, but I am human, and so is everyone else out there. Thank you for your time, because I know that time is precious, and that's why we fight so hard to ensure that the people here have as much time, because life is sacred for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very friendly. So excited.
assassinated by his former co-worker. And the police let the murderer get off on what they jokingly called the Twinkie defense, because they said he was very depressed because he lost his job and he had to go out and shoot his gay co-worker. And when that news came down to that verdict, queer people in San Francisco rioted! And as they marched through the streets of San Francisco, the gayest city in the country, they chanted to the people in the bars. They said, "Out of the bars and into the streets! Out of the bars and into the streets!
Out of the closet, into the streets! Out of the closet, into the streets!
Out of the crowds into the streets! Out of the crowds and into the streets! Out of the crowds 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 and into the streets! Out of the crowds into the streets! Out of the crowds into the streets! Out of the crowds into the streets! Hey! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Transphobia's got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! rights. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
your trans ass back? Who's ready to stay in the USA? This is our country. This is our place to be, where we can be free to be who we want to be. As a Jewish trans man, oh, I know what a Nazi fucking looks like. And that orange Trumpler in the White House is not our president. I am happy to say that I am proud to be in the shoulders, living, thanks to people like Marsha P. Johnson. Thanks to people like Jim Toy of Michigan. Thanks to people like Sylvia Rivera. Thanks to people like Rosa Parks. Who knew back then, just like now, it is not okay to discriminate based on someone's appearance or disability or status of any kind. That is not the USA that my grandparents fought for. And neither was it for yours. We are here. We are queer. They are afraid of our fierceness. Because we are tigers. We are tigers instead of fairies. That is what Stonewall was about. Tigers instead of fairies, like they thought we would just bow to their will. Well, here I am at 44 years old, still showing transphobia the door. We are a proud, mighty people. We are not going to go anywhere, and we are not going to be erased. No matter what you say, we are here, we are queer, get fucking used to it. My name is Kevin, aka Sky Spectrum, and I am here to recruit you. Standing on the shoulders of people like Harvey Milk. People who knew what the fight was about and were unafraid to stand up when the country needed them to say, we're not going anywhere. And I'm going to continue talking until someone takes this mic away from me. So here I go. Go off, King. I am the writer and creator of Stonewall the Musical. If you've never heard of it, that's okay. It's still being made, just like our history. In the moment, here we are, making history. On March 1st, 2025, we are here, we are queer, we are still alive. We are here to take a stand against fascism and dictators. And nobody in all the world, no dictator that is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Out of the closet, into the streets, out there we chant and make fabulous heat. Out of the closet, come near with me, for we are free to be who we want to be. So come join
here for us. Yes.
The wind can't blow us away any more than that. The administration can take us down. The support of our community will keep us here. The first gay rights march on Washington in 1979 marked a new era for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender rights. 1987, 93, and every march since, my husband has been amongst the millions marching for our rights and celebrating the victories along the way. Today, we march together for my right to exist and live as I truly am. I am proud to be a husband and to call him mine. This fight is far from over. Fuck Iowa, fuck Texas. None of our rights are safe until we rescue our democracy. But we shall prevail. Transgender people always have and will always exist. And in the face of hate, queer joy is a radical protest. Alright, who's next?
How's it going? This is the part where I try to do my best to come up with stuff to say on the fly, and I'm told that I'm not.
Close to your face. Hold it real close to your mouth.
I'm told that I'm getting better at that. So, thank you all for being here. As you can see, we are here with the White House as our backdrop, because this administration is not the focus. We are.
That's our house.
We have asked many of you to do what you can to write something, to speak here. And for those of you that came with speeches, for those of you that came with your voices, feelings in your heart, the fear, the worry, but also the love, please, we ask for you to line up to my left here, and we will happily take your voices here on this horn.
Healthcare, I want you to raise your hand right now, loud and proud. All right, congratulations. You, just like me, have paid the transgender tax. Now, if you are tired of paying the transgender tax, raise your hand again. That's right. That's right. Okay, we had some great speeches earlier. Again, I'm just kind of winging this. There is no universal health care without trans health care. It simply will not happen. There is no health care of any kind that is worth anything I've got a megaphone. This is probably my last chance I can actually shout today. Thank you, everybody. Can I get some trans power? Trans power! When I say trans, you say power. Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Trans! Power! What do we have? Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Thank you, every single one of you, for being here. Thank you to all the organizers for giving all of us this opportunity. And everybody is in the White House. You know what I have to say to you, but I'll be polite. There are children here. Thank you, everybody.
Thing on? Okay. Hello. How are we doing today? You might be wondering who I am. It doesn't matter what my name is. I am your neighbor. I am your friend. I am your city council member. Whoever I am, you need to empower and hold everybody accountable to support our cause. We have so many enemies sitting right over there in the White House that we need to activate and actually accomplish the goal of organizing our communities. We need to make sure that we are involved in all of our local orgs. Everybody here, you did a great job. I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to go home and ask 2 people that weren't here today, why not? That's it. I really don't have much for you. All right. This thing on. All right. Let's make some noise. What this means to me. In my community, I want to say that we in the past may have had difficulties from having the Republican Party try to erase us, but they cannot erase us. We are here. We cannot just be eradicated. We are not a concept. We are people, and we are here. So, what are we doing here? We are fighting back. So when I say trans, you say power. Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Thank you so much. You are all beautiful. You have light in your eyes. Every single one of you. And they cannot erase the light that is in our eyes today. That has always been there, and that will always be there. As long as we exist, the future is ours. So, once again, when I say trans, you say power. Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Thank you!
Oh, thank you. It's good to see friendly faces out there taking photos.
Hello.
You doing all right?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Under the circumstances.
Okay. So, I just wanted to come up here and say that I am the trans children they hear. I was around 14 years old when I came out to my mom. I was around 14 when I came out to my mom, and a lot of people I've spoken to think she influenced me or forced me to be this way. And it might come as a shock that when I first came out, she was against it. And the first thing she said to me was, you know how I feel about kids your age coming out. So, she said, you know how I feel about kids your age doing that. And now she is my biggest advocate and is a friend. I have gotten hormone treatment when I was a minor. I am an adult now. And a lot of people like Nancy Mace, these people who are making false claims about gender-affirming care for minors are hurting the community. And we need to listen to those like me who managed to do that when they were underage, who actually know what it happens, the therapy involved, the trials, the tribulations, and we need to protect trans youth who are constantly being attacked and being told that they aren't who they are. Okay, that was all. Thank you.
I'm a big fan of both Frozen and Neverending Story. So our opposition is being controlled by the nothing. For those that know the Neverending Story, if you remember what Mark said, he said that people with no hope are easier to control, and ones that control have the power. So we need our hopes. So therefore, they cannot control us as long as we have our hope. Didn't find out till the end that he was always there for them. But the Empress knew it. If you remember, we had to give the Empress a new name, just like we needed our new names. Now I will be quoting just a couple of quotes from Frozen. One is simply this, my favorite line from Let It Go. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. The past is in the past! If you remember from Show Yourself, and God, my favorite line from that, show yourself, step into the power, grow yourself into someone new. You are the one you've been waiting for all of your life. Ever since I started my HRT, I've finally learned to love myself. And I think I'm going to conclude this off to the next person now, but thank you everyone, and especially thanks to my wife, even though she's not here, for accepting me for who I am, as well as my sister, the lady in the polka dot dress holding my flag. Thank you. Thank you.
How's everybody doing today? I'd like to close the suffragette movement today and say,
tell their story and to uplift everybody. And to everybody who told their story and has told their story in the past, I think that it's very easy to hear those things and be sad about them. Hardship comes with this. You are as visible as possible. Yeah.
I came out in August. You were supposed to cheer at that part. And you know, I remember when election night came around. The only thing I could really think about was I only got 3 months of being out before everything went to hell. And I didn't sleep that night. I'm sure a lot of you didn't sleep that night either. And, you know, it was scary. It was terrifying for about 2 hours before I realized, wait a minute, I should be pissed. I should be so pissed off right now. Because a third of the country went out and said, I don't deserve rights. And the goddamn electoral college decided that a third of the country outweighed the other 2/3 completely arbitrarily. And for a while I didn't know what to do about that. Until Inauguration Day, I kind of sat in my room rotting, just, you know, brooding. and then I think most of us went to the People's March in January. Yeah, I'm glad that wasn't just me. And I realized then that the fight isn't over just because he's in office. As long as we're alive, this fight doesn't end. In their rush to glorify the Latin phrases that this country supposedly lives up to, they forgotten one of the most valuable ones. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. So I say to you, never bend, never buckle, go out and fight, no matter what they do.
point out, fight at a local level too, right? If you live in Loudoun County, Fairfax County, Alexandria, Arlington, the Department of Education has opened a so-called investigation into the way that we treat our LGBT youth. Go to your city council meetings. Go to your school board meetings. Do not let them give an inch. They will take a mile if you do. Go! Fight on a local level. When I say trans, you say power. Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Trans! Power! Thank you!
but I am only a humble artist. This is my first rally, my first community sort of thing. This is all very new to me. It's very surreal, but pretty awesome. I come to you today as an artist because I am a transgender movie director. I want to put our stories on the screen. And such here today inspires me to put our stories on the big screen for people to see and to understand. Sorry, I have no idea what I'm doing. All I can really ask for you is to engage with transgender art. I want you to watch transgender movies. I want you to listen to transgender music. I want you to listen to transgender literature. There are great trans movies out there for you to watch and to show you that our stories won't be silenced. The image of us will live on forever. Images are forever. Take pictures of yourselves because images will never die. Watch a movie called I Saw the TV Glow. That's a good trans. Paris is Burning. That's a good trans movie. Don't watch Amelia Perez. That's a bad trans movie. All I really ask for you is please support your transgender artists. We're really struggling out here and we want our voices to be known. Once again, engage with transgender art because art is immortal.
All I really have to say is, don't abandon the South in terms of your, activism and everything, and your actions and everything. There's a lot of good people down there, a lot of good queer people, and they need your help, okay? Do whatever you can, no matter how small it is. We're talking about, funneling trans people up to the north from the south. I know people are literally grabbing their cars and going down south. You can do anything from that, or just, hold space for someone in the south. Breathing over living under fucking DeSantis and his ilk. Again, fuck that guy. Another thing, don't let anyone tell you you can't engage with a trans woman or a queer person in general. I was raised everyone thinks that we're very hostile industries and one of the funniest has been in there. There are plenty of us. We know many trans sisters who are doing their own time. You can do anything you fucking want. Okay? Never forget that. Alright? And never forget that we will survive this administration, but we have to work. We have to band together because we are stronger together. Thank you.
During this speech, I will be holding up this sign against the resistance of the wind, just like this country wants to push me down, over and over. But I will not let this sign fall. I'll start with something a bit personal. The night before the inauguration, mother came out and helped me. She saved my life, and I can never thank her enough for that. What I realized afterwards is that I can't do that. I can't have my life amount to just another number that counts towards trans suicides. I can't allow that to happen, and I can't allow these fascist dickheads to use this tally of how many people have committed suicide as a fucking scoreboard. So if you can see the message on this sign, if these fascist dickheads are going to go around saying, "Your body, my choice," threatening to sexually assault people, threatening to take away bodily autonomy, then my message to them is to respond with, "Your body, my dinner." The last part of my speech, I would like to talk about something personal. Someone before me talked about supporting trans art. And I would like to dedicate this speech to my favorite author, a trans man named Billy Joseph Martin, who lives in New Orleans. Before his transition, he wrote a bunch of extreme horror erotica novels, and has sort of retired since then, but not fully. He's still working on stuff somewhat. But yeah, you can find his work. He's written Lost Souls, Drawing Blood, Exquisite Corpse, but he's also written things that are not as intense. The Liquor series, about two gay men who run a restaurant. That is all.